Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to more Let's Play Dark Sun, The Shattered Lands. Now, when we were last together, I went exploring into the lava rift, and we found ourselves a whole bunch of gems. Well, I spent time off-screen collecting as many gems as I could, and I sold them to our buddy here. So he now has some goodies that we're going to buy, and we can't quite afford all 4 of his bracelets. Zontora, I could have sworn you knew Psionic Blast. Well, we'll buy it anyways. And what else? Yeah, let's get you Ego Whip. And I also want to get you the Wooden Quarterstaff, which is going to replace your Wooden Parting Staff. Let's see, do I have any room? There we go. Now, I don't know if I want to spend the money on another bracelet just yet, because we're going to be going somewhere where we can use our money. There's not a lot of places we can go where we're going to be able to use our money. But we're going to learn Ego Whip. And we're going to learn Psionic Blast. Or rather, we're going to enhance it to level 2. Now, there's one more place out here in the desert where I want us to go. Alright, anything? No, it looks safe. Now, I think it was in this area we found the Templar that was trying to mine for copper, even though there was no copper. Now, if we went north, we'd find ourselves a village. We're actually going to go east. Alright, now down here, we found that one messenger. But it looks clear, so just make a run across the desert. Okay, now we're back where I want us to be. But we are not going to deal with this little group here. We're going to deal with this big group here. So I'm going to very carefully walk over here. And we're going to talk with the guards. You there. What are you doing here? Alright, we want to speak to your leader. Oh yeah, who are you? Well, let's not get too aggressive with him. Let's say, I'm a gladiator, here to see your leader. Right. Someone will come and take you to him. Guard. Alright, there we go. Come with me. Now, if you take a look at these portraits, these guys sure look like elves. Alright, let's be careful. Try to follow right behind this guy. I do not want to get people ticked off and have this whole place jump me. Get a move on. Drop everything you're carrying and get into the pen, slime. Well, okay, we're going to do what he's saying for now. Well, now we're stuck in the pen. What do you want? How did you get here? We're forbidden to speak of such things. Alright, fair enough. Why don't you try to escape? Escape is forbidden. Those who attempt it are bound to failure. Goodbye. Well, he doesn't want to talk. How about you? What do you want? Alright, how did you get here? Alright, same as before. Let's try. Maybe third time is a charm. No, all the same thing. Hey, keep away from the gate. Get to the back of the pen with the rest of your kind. No, we want to speak to your leader. Very well. We'll go and speak with him. Follow me, but if you try anything, you're dead. You see a Templar arguing with an elf. I don't care about your guard's cut. We agreed on a price and I'm not going to give it up. Look, either I get 1,000 more or you don't get the slaves. It's that simple. How dare you up your price? I could... About now, both the elf and the Templar noticed your arrival. Who are you? Alright. Do we want to purchase some slaves? No. Do we want to hire on with him? Well, maybe. But what we could really use is someone to help us against Dra. Really? Well, most of my income comes from the city, so I'd rather keep calling me for slaves. Why would I want to change that? Templar stares at you, then turns to the leader. These are slaves escaped from the slave pens in Dra. I was sent to this wretched desert to round up slaves after they murdered the Templar in charge of the slave pens. I'll give you 10,000 ceramic pieces for them. No, kill the Templar. Side against Dra. Why not? She certainly deserves to die, and I'm sure she has a lot of money on her. Alright, the Templar goes pale. She turns to the leader. You can't be serious. Do you know what Dra will do to you? Tell me you're joking. I'm not the kind for jokes, Templar. The Templar glares at you, the elf, and then charges towards you, blowing a whistle as she does. Alright, well, it's fight time, but our inventories have been stripped. Thankfully, they're all here. So we're just going to grab everything. And I may actually edit this part out because this may take a little while. Okay, we're back in the action. I tried my best to keep people with the same equipment, although obviously some people ended up with things that they shouldn't have. Now we mostly want to go after the Templar and her guard, so we gotta look for the people who are flashing black. And if we look at the map, a whole bunch of them just showed up over here. Now, our Thryteen is pretty quick, so she might be able to make it really close to them and cause some trouble. Let's see, they may be too far for any spells. But maybe I can summon an elemental over there. There we go. That should help. Alright, good. Alright, Kamar, you are gonna cast Haste. My #1 spell of all time. Templar is probably going to get taken out before we have a chance to hit her. Alright, Holton. Yes, you take out the Templar. Anything good on the Templar? Oh yeah, we got some goodies on here. Alright. We'll give the fruit, of course, to our caster. A wooden shield? Nah, don't need that. Now, Holton, you're going to make a run for it. Try to get outside the gate. Alright, Zontora. We're gonna see if we can't have you use some of your psionic powers. Let's see if we can dominate some of these guys. Ooh, I think we got 1. 2. Alright, we got, I think, at least 3 of them. Escaping slaves! Get them! I hope they don't mean us. Alright, Holton, get in there and cause some damage. Again, we're going to try to hit the ones that flash black, not the ones that flash yellow. Close enough to start firing at them? Yes. Oh, Hamar. You're still all the way over here. Alright, I would use your necklace of not magic missiles, but your necklace of fireballs. But chances are, if you did that, you'd hit somebody and cause everyone to go against us. Poor water elemental still hasn't gotten a shot yet. There we go. Okay, Zontora, go in there and cause some damage. Look at her, nearly single-handedly taking these guys out. Alright, the monster dissipates. And these guys are still helping us out. Alright, now the guards shouldn't have anything all that interesting on them. We've already taken what we want off the Templar, so let's go talk to the leader here. Ooh, he's got a bow and a +1 Githka. You are true warriors. You've earned my respect. I give you a gift I received from a Thrykean I once knew. Here. Well, now that that is out of the way, you spoke of going against the city. Tell me more, friends. Alright, join the alliance against Dra. Yes, I will join your cause. Guards, free those slaves. Oh, where should I go to meet our allies? Alright, well, we gained a level. Alright. Go to Tequezel. Everyone is there. Very well, I'll be off. Farewell, warriors. Thank you for an excellent battle. Okay, men, we're heading out of here. We're bound for Tequezel village to fight against Dra. Anyone not up to it better get out now. Set to march. Let's move out. Okay, well they're leaving. And here's a Githka. A two-handed bone Githka. It's kind of a double-ended spear. And they're a weapon of Thrykeens, so we're going to give it to the Thrykeen. Which means we got to take his weapons off. Now, normally I like to do the dual-wielding thing, but we're going to play around at least a little bit. Alright, should I give you the horn blade, or should I give you that axe? 1d8. 1d8, it's about the same. Let's give him the horn blade, why not? I'll give you these new pieces of armor. They make any difference. Alright, how's everybody else doing? Yes, let's put that axe away. Now, I don't know what's going to happen with the guards we dominated. Eventually, their domination is going to end. They'll probably end up being hostile. Well, let's go tell the slaves that they're free. What do you want? No, you guys don't want to leave yet? That's alright, you guys can hang out then. Because we're going north. Now, we haven't been up over this way yet. But this here is the Elven Caravan. Halt! Identify yourselves. Alright, well we could play innocent, we could threaten him, but no, we're gonna be honest, we're just gonna say who we are. This is a merchant caravan. We'll welcome you inside our picket, but any fighting or thieving will be dealt with in the harshest terms. Now, what is your business here? Alright, well actually, we want to buy and sell stuff. Go see the wagon master. She'll tell you where you can conduct your affairs. Okay, where do we find the wagon master? The largest wagon in the center of the caravan belongs to the wagon master, Dirsana. Is there a place to rest here? You can rest in the visitor circles in the northeast corner of the caravan. You may wish to visit Lasara's wagon. She's a seer whose auguries give you a profound wisdom and insight into the future. Goodbye, and may your boots be free of sand. Alright, so we are at the Elven Caravan, and there are all different places for us to visit. Now this should be our first stop. Talk to the wagon master. But up over here is a stone circle for us to rest at. And is it over here? Because somewhere around here is actually a obelisk. Maybe it's down over here. Over here? Oh, it's hiding on me again. No, there it is. We don't have to find the gem for that, though. Well, let's rest first and foremost. Hail, fellow travelers! Come share the fire and talk with me. This visitor's circle is for raising the spirits as well as resting the body. Alrighty, so this lady wants to talk with us. Let's heal first. And now let's see what she has to say. This is Katora. Welcome, my name is Katora. You're new here, are you? Well, maybe I can do you a service. I'm a regular visit here, and I know everything there is to know. What's your name? Well, we're Hamar. Hamar, that's an unusual name. Are you from Tyr? I had an uncle who worked in the mines there. Died in them too. He always went on about the strangeness of everything there. No offense, of course. We're not from Tyr. No? Glug then? I knew you're not from around here, but it doesn't matter. If you don't want to tell me where you're from, I can understand that. Where are you from? I live in Tequezel. I was born in Nebelne. At least that's what my father says. Have you ever been there? They say it's breathtaking, rich with fountains and sculpted buildings. Well, yes, we have been to Tequezel, but we have not been to Nebelne. Tell me about Nebelne. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. All I know is what my father told me. It's at least 3 months' journey to the south. My father was alone when he carried me across the Sea of Silt to escape the troops. Who's your father? He's the leader of Tequezel, and a fine man. Few indeed survive the wrath of a Templar, and even fewer rise from slavery to power. So she's talking about Chal. Where's Tequezel? It's southwest of here. I'm buying supplies for Tequezel. A visionary has prophesied approaching doom, so the elders want to be prepared. And what does the visionary say? Oh, I don't pay much attention to his babblings, but it does make for some excitement. Okay, tell me about the caravan. Watch your purse. That's advice for dealing with any caravan. But you must visit Kel's wagon. His goods are marvelous. Okay, who is Kel? He's a magician, or at least he was. But don't tell anyone that. It's a secret. His goods, though, they are marvelous. The gate certainly seems suspicious. The guards are overcautious since the bandit attacks. Plus, the gate's guard is Lasara's brother. The more he can tell her, the better she can help you out. What's this about bandits? Bandits are bandits. As much a part of the desert as sand. They attack their caravan like they attack anything weaker than they are. Alright, tell us about Lasara. Oh, I visit Lasara whenever I can. Her psychic abilities can't be matched when it comes to foretelling the future. Make no mistake, she's a true seer. Well, it was nice talking to you. Good luck. Alright, now she's going to head off. Alright, I want to tell you guys something, since we may not be back here too often. Down over in this area, we can sometimes get attacked by monsters. It seems that some monsters can dig underneath the gate over here. So it's possible that we could get attacked by bullets or sand eels. Now sand eels aren't so bad, and we can take their tongues for money. But bullets are trouble. Okay, let's go see the wagon master. Sure, go around the wheels. Let's try to be polite. We don't need to get these people upset. Greetings. I'm Desana, the wagon master. We have a great variety of goods to offer, if that is your pleasure. Well, I'm Hamar. Pleasure is mine, Hamar. You're an adventurer, yes? You will find many such as yourself at the visitor's circle. Actually, now that I think about it, more people will show up later in the Elven Caravan, so it might be worthwhile for us to come back at some point. How's your caravan faring? We've seen more profitable times to be sure, but raiders forced us into the desert, where only folks like you can find us. Who's raiding your caravan? 2 groups of raiders continually attack us. One, a band of Nagara. It's deadly in its dogged persistence. The other group is a horde of bandits riding wyverns. They are terrifying. Wyvern riders. That's something. Alright, where do the raiders come from? Both the groups come out of the south, usually when the sun is setting and they are difficult to spot. But who knows where they really come from? Well, I might happen to know where they're coming from. Alright, tell us about the Megara. brutish beasts. They attack in small groups of 9 or 10, hit and run. They never make off with much, but it takes a toll on profit. Alright, what about the Wyvern Riders? The Wyvern Riders are a scourge. There's no way to defend the caravan when they plummet out of the sky. Even Dra suffered attacks by them and sent troops to deal with the bandits. So why haven't you moved to another city? The opportunities of profit are too great with Dra preparing for war. We'll make good all our losses as prices shoot up. Wait a moment. Are you interested in working for me? I'll pay you handsomely for some sword work. Sure, what can we do? Which mission are you interested in? Well, let's talk about the Wyvern Riders. My best scouts say the Wyverns come from a village far to the southwest. The payment is 1,000 ceramic pieces for you to stop the Wyvern Riders on the caravans. Is this agreeable? Sure. That is good news. The entire caravan will be grateful. Alright, well tell me about your caravan. Once we dealt with city folk, setting up camp outside the city walls. But our business now is simple travelers. We're only biding our time while the pot is stirred. While the pot is stirred? The more strife there is between Dra and the villages, the better for us. Both will want to field their stores at any price and feed and arm their growing armies. So why are you biding your time? War is a great time for profit. Goods are already going for twice their normal cost. Prices are sure to go up more. Alright, and what business do you do with the city? Our main trade is transporting Dra's rich crops of grain and hemp to Ram and Urk. However, we gain immediate profits as intermediaries for local artisans and merchants. Have you heard any news out of Dra? A Templar passed through not long ago. Said he would take his chances with another sorcerer king because Tectutitle has forsaken his Templars. Alright, and what about the wagon merchants? If you're looking for goods, I recommend the wagons belong to Lasara, Kel, Torbrin, and Jark. What's Torbrin's business? Torbrin is an excellent winemaker. You won't find better anywhere on Athos. If you're lucky, he'll have enough in stock for you to get a good supply. Okay, where do we find him? Just to the northeast. And what is Lasara's business? Lasara is a seer. Her visions of the future are as clear as yours of the past. She's the one who told us to avoid the main city. Okay, where do we find her? Lasara's wagon is next to the western fence of the caravan, just north of Kel's wagon. Well, since you mentioned Kel, tell us about Kel. Kel sells unique items collected from all over Athos. He's a closed-mouthed man. I think he has a secret or two. Alright, and where do we find him? Kel's wagon is the second wagon to the southwest. Alright, let's ask about Jark. Jark sells weapons of all kinds and has the most extensive stock of obsidian and bone this side of Dra. And where do we find him? You'll find Jark's wagon north of my wagon, of course, if that's your pleasure. Good luck on your mission against the Wyvern Riders. So what I plan on doing is going counterclockwise around the caravans, checking everybody out. What we got up here? Somebody new? I'll check you out in a minute. Alright, now I'm almost positive about this one. If we walk around in the grass here for a little bit, we should bump into something. There we go. Kamar kicked something hard in the sand. Do you dig it up? Yes, of course we do. We found a treasure chest. Let's grab it. Take a look at what's inside. Well, we got some money. A regular old quarterstaff. Some magic bone chakras. And these cause light wounds. These are a nice two-handed weapon. Let's see. Well, let's give graft weapon to you. I would like to give those to somebody, but I think everyone's using good enough weapons as is. Alright, and Graft Weapon is enhanced to level 2. I think we'll let you use the Bow and Jithkas. Not Githkas, how do I... Kalhulkas. At least for a little while. Alright, now here's Kel. And Kel has the same portrait as our buddy Notaku. Welcome to my wagon. My name is... well, you may call me Kel. I can see by your demeanor that you are the sort to appreciate my wares. Many people buy the artifacts I offer, a few grasp their true worth. Why, I sold the necklace of the Crimson Sun to a man who gave it to his wife as an anniversary gift. An entire village burned when... well, I shudder to think of it. You, however, are too wise to miss the singularity of what I sell. Rare and unique artifacts of Athos. I'm sure you will not want to be without one or more of them. Well, let's take a look at his goods. Here you may view my treasures. Now he sells a lot of things, and almost all of them have some sort of name. Like the leather Coetel's cloak, the wooden seeker, the leather Departe's helm. But a lot of these things are just expensive, normal items, although some of his things are actually valuable. Like this, the gem. That gemstone is for the obelisk, and we want that. But almost everything he sells here is nonsense. But the corn is good, the scroll is good, so we're going to buy that. The rings, though, the gems, nothing. The axe is good, though. The axe is actually a magical axe. Oh, we don't have enough for that scroll. Well, at least not until we start selling stuff. That's a regular quarterstaff. I don't think he'll buy that. I think it's not worth anything. Alright, it's worth at least a ceramic. Anybody else have anything else to sell? That's just plus one. That's just one. But it looks nice. Might end up selling these metal longswords. We actually don't need this pick anymore. Will you buy it? Okay, not enough to get our scroll, but that's okay. Thank you for your business. I'm sure your purchases will be to your liking. Tell me about your artifacts. Now, each one of these artifacts has a story behind it, even though they're not actually magic. I'm sure a man of your wisdom can easily divine the true worth of these treasures. My humble knowledge is at your disposal. Okay, Coetel's cloak. Coetel's cloak belonged to a great mage of Uruk, an illusionist of unparalleled skills. It is said Coetel could pass unnoticed through a dragon's lair. Alright, tell us about the Dreaming Eye. A singularly curious object, the Dreaming Eye. An aesthetic seer, forget it, in the Ringing Mountains prized it above all other possessions, and parting him from it cost me dearly. The orb resists my every attempt to penetrate its dark depths. Okay, the Soul Crusher. Have you heard the legend of Benferin? Bearwerfrin? I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Oh, I said yes. Well then you know that Benferin was the greatest gladiator Dra ever saw. His weapon of choice was the Great Axe Soul Crusher, the very one before you. Okay, what about the large yellow gem? This yellow gem? To be honest, and I tell you this only because you are obviously a discerning and trustworthy sort. I pried this gem out of the obelisk on the other side of the caravan. It is just an ordinary gem, as far as I can tell. And the ring of the serpent. If you look closely at the ring, you will see a sinuous strand trapped within the stone's depths, giving rise to its name. Some claim that the power of a dragon is in the ring of the serpent. Alright, Digula's tear. Digula, the ancient druid of legend, wept at the world's desolation. His desire to restore it was so great that his life energy crystallized into gems such as this one and fell upon the sand. Digula, the prophecy says, knew his power was not great enough, and so preserved it in the crystals for the day when the sorcerer kings themselves wept. On that day, water will flow in the desert. Okay, the Seeker. Ah yes, Apenman, the great Jagda from Glug in the Crescent Forest, carried this bow, Seeker, in the wars against Nebene. Apenman was favorite of the Sorcerer Queen, Lalalipu, because of his prowess as a hunter-fighter, able to bring down a giant with a single well-placed arrow. Seeker, it is said, was a gift from Lalalipu, and the Talisman of Venom. The Talisman of Venom was given to me by the Bard of Black Waters, who was a master of poisons. I traveled with him. I once saw the Bard quaff an envenomed drink to prove it a boast. Unless you count people's reluctance to later drink with him, he suffered no ill effects. Alright, and Departe's helmet. In the time before the gods forsook Athos, woodlands clothed the mountains, grass blanketed the plains, and heroes of uncompromising virtue strove against the evils of the land. Departe was such a hero. In the tomb where I retrieved Departe's helm, engraved walls extolled the hero's deeds. Alright, well let's just talk to him now. Yes, talking with friends is always a pleasure. Kel's not your true name, is it? Kel's the name I go by. I made many enemies during the acquisition of my wares. Were my true name known, I would not live out the day. I dare not even practice as a mage any longer. You don't look much like a mage. The disguise is good, is it not? Just a small sample of what my artifacts can do. I wear Quetel's ring. I would offer to sell it to you if not for my own need of it. But if word of my mage abilities reach the wrong ears... okay. Who's hunting you? The list is too long to recite. Sorcerers, kings, countless Templars, a particularly vicious band of Siltsea giants. I could go on. But adventurers like yourself understand that brooding over enemies serves no purpose. Well, we're forming an alliance that needs heroes. My time as adventuring mage has ended, but I do what I can to help my brethren. Selling the fruits of my travels at prices so low you think I was selling sand. Okay, where did you acquire these artifacts? Before I was forced to hang up my mage's robes, I traveled many untrodden paths on Athos. My magical abilities helped me identify the seemingly ordinary artifacts for what they truly are. And just what is the necklace of Crimson Sun? A mere bauble compared to the items I can sell you. The necklace of Crimson Sun was nonetheless a powerful pendant with fire rubies, set in intricate work copper. Legend has it that the sorceress, Usati, trapped a fire drake in the necklace. I regret selling it to an unappreciative man. No more talk of myself, please. My modesty forbids it. I would certainly enjoy talking to you more, but I'm a busy man. Enjoy your purchase. Well, we will enjoy our purchases, especially those that are actually valuable. So, we just learned a new spell. Did you buy a bracelet, or am I out of my mind? Okay, and there's the obelisk. Put our gemstone in there. Now we can teleport here anytime we like. Let's go see the seer. Yep, walking between the wheels, why not? Oh, at least it's not going anywhere. Where are you? That's the wrong way. Lasira. Lasara? Greetings, Seeker. I'm Madame Lasara, and you are... Yes, it has come to me. You are Hamar and your companions, Zantora, Halton, and Kurtiktap are worthy adventurers. Your brother sent me. Yes, I know. My brother has a small measure of sight as well. It is why he was chosen as the gate guard. Often he sends those whose auras are particularly strong for me to further counsel. Alright. Well, will you tell me my fortune? For a mere 35 ceramic pieces, I can reveal your destiny. Mystical secrets that have been hidden from you. Will you pay? Well, truth is she's not an actual seer. She doesn't know what she's doing. But if I remember correctly, you can pay her and she'll give you some sort of fortune, and that will affect what happens later in the game. So I'm actually going to say no for the moment. Alright, how do you know our names? I know many things. I am a seer with abilities of sight beyond that of normal people, sensing the ancient past and the future as you see the present. Your brother seems to know a lot himself. Yes, between the two of us, we probably know all there is to know about this area. My brother, of course, gathers his information from the travelers he greets, while I gather mine from mystical sources. Alright, tell us about yourself. There's little to tell. My brother, the gate guard, and I were born in Dra, slaves to a Templar. We escaped using my precognitive abilities, and live in Tequezel until we joined this caravan. Ooh, okay, tell me about Tequezel. Tequezel village is southwest of here. We left because two visionaries in the same village will cause problems. You have problems with the other visionary? To say the least. That charlatan spoke of nothing but doom and salvation. Ha! I told him that such talk was nonsense and simply attracted trouble. I have no such visions. Remember, for good and ill, you must embrace your doom. Goodbye. Yeah, she doesn't have a lot to mention. Now, are you up here? No, you must be in the next one. This is Jark. Now, Jark sells stuff. He sells like actual weapons and armor. Welcome, I am Jark, owner of this fine wagon. May I interest you in some weapons? I sell only the best. Alright, well, let's take a look what he has first. Alright, as you can see here, it's mostly normal stuff. Even his bone scale armor is nothing exciting. Although an AC bonus of 2 is nice. But I think we're all wearing something like that or better. I hope you found things to your liking. Have any rumors blown in from the desert? A warrior from Tequezel just visited my wagon, almost bought me out. He talked of nothing but a Drajian army and a band of adventurers who were destined to lead the people of the desert to victory. Sounded like the ravings of the mad to me. Who's to say? The part about the army from Dra is true enough. Alright, well, we're going to have to say goodbye. May your head be shaded from the sun. Okay. Well, I'm going to go right back up here, because we only have the winemaker to talk to now. Alright, visitor. Welcome, fellow travelers. Care to join me for a bowl of stew? The meat is fresh. Yeah, sure, why not? Good. Now that I'm done hunting, it will be nice to share a meal with someone. Who are you? My name's Tizio. Tizio? I'm a stranger to this part of Athos and its customs. Where are you from? Nowhere or everywhere. I've traveled ever since I can remember. Where I'm going has always been more important than where I've been. Which way are you headed? Well, we haven't decided. Let me tell you a story passed down to me by my father. Many years ago, there was a nomad named Nephi. He was on his way north from Dra when a sandstorm rose out of nowhere. The winds tore him off his feet, and flying debris knocked him unconscious. He awoke on the north face of a volcano. Below him were hundreds of lava domes, each containing a gem. When he returned to civilization, his wealth became legendary. Yeah, we just did that, didn't we? Have you ever seen these gems? No, I admit that I haven't, but I've seen people go in search of the gems, never to return. Dead? Or did they find wealth and retire to enjoy it? Okay, which way are you traveling? I'm traveling southwest to the Ringing Mountains. I have seen enough sand for a lifetime, and I've heard stories of underground cities full of treasures. I hope to reach the lava fields west of the fields pretty soon. Well, that's where we were. What's in the lava fields? Not much there except for lava fields. Okay, how about to the south? Draws to the south. I wouldn't advise you go anywhere near the place, though. Not looking like ex-slaves the way you do. City troops are hunting for rebellious slaves. Soon enough, they'll have an army on the march. What else did you hear about the troops? Last I heard, a patrol was hunting down bandits west of here. The Wyvern Riders actually attacked Draw a few times. Okay, how about east? Not much that way except that huge fossilized worm. Me? I've never had the courage to go in that place. And what's to the west? Well, there's Gurdron due west, and Shed's to the southwest. I went to Cedrolite a few years back. Always wondered what was in the castle overlooking the village. The place reeked of evil. Ooh, tell me about this castle. Some things it's better not to know about, and that castle is one of them. Well, talking about things it's better not to know about, where'd you get the fresh meat? I came across some unwary prey and got off a lucky shot. Goodbye. Alright, now here's our last person to talk to. This is O'Brien. This is the winemaker. Good day. I am O'Brien, winemaker extraordinaire. Please sample my wine. You do not want to die yourself. The pleasure of its delicate petite and full body. I am Hamar. Ah, it is indeed a pleasure to meet a man of such obvious distinction. Alright, well, wine goes better with talk. An excellent observation. Let me fill a glass for you to enjoy while we talk. Alright, let's drink the wine. Wine is quite good, but leaves a suspiciously bitter aftertaste. Delicious. Thank you for sampling it. Excuse me, I have much to do. It looks like we lucked out, because he actually tried to poison us with that wine. We were supposed to pass out. We have nothing more to discuss. Goodbye. Well, seems that we are out of luck. We will not be able to go with what happens if we got poisoned. And we've been playing for a long time. So I think I might just save the game at this point. And then when we get together next time, we'll go back towards the arena, because there are still things to do down in the desert. So, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.